Glad to be here with you today.
We are here with them now.
We are here with them now. Oh my gosh. Too many buttons to push here, but welcome to the hottest happy hour in STL right here at the In Your City show. You can go to luinfo.com, watch it live, streaming 24/7 on demand for you. And of course, Apple, Spotify, all those great channels, any of your podcast channels, you can listen to the audio. And of course, if you're driving around and you're at the 590 AM, we're here at the KLIS, the new station. I guess I should say the new Lou information station, right?
That's right. Speaking of driving around, there's a lot of accidents on the way into the show tonight. It's like
So many. I think there's just so much road construction and everybody's texting and doing things they shouldn't be doing when they're behind the wheel.
right,
And
exactly,
bam, you got a 5-car accident.
all over the place. But anyway, so
You were
here we
driving
are.
around like you were a go-kart and you're supposed to be like driving super safe.
I am. I know. If anybody is a Jeep owner, I know it always has those things on Jeep saying it's a Jeep thing.
I
right?
think it's the ducks they put in the
The
window or
ducks,
something.
right. So right now, because I got in the car accident, I'm driving a Jeep right now, a Wrangler Jeep,
Rental
Rubicon Jeep, and four-door. So give me all your thoughts on your Jeep. If you're Jeep owners, leave us some comments on the show. If you want to go to luinfo.com, or you can go to luinfo, our YouTube page, or In Your City show page. Leave us some comments on today's show about Jeeps and how you like them.
Yeah.
And should I get one?
Let us know. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Our question of the day, do you have an elementary school teacher that was your favorite? If you do, did she change you somehow or he change you or maybe, made a real impact on your life? Let us know. I had Mrs. Summer, 3rd grade. Thought she was the most beautiful person in the world. She was so sweet and kind and she's probably, 100 now?
And I don't think I've ever told her, but she's a friend of mine on Facebook now. All my teachers are friends of mine on Facebook now.
What?
So Mr. Graves, I'm sorry, but I had a crush on your wife, Mrs. Graves. I know I was very dangerous in my 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Something to worry about.
In your striped pants and plaid shirt or whatever it was, combination
So
that didn't
Mrs.
match.
Graves, I had a crush on you, and me and Tom Furhop both loved Mrs. Graves. She also taught us how to play chess.
Well, what was
Which
his
was
wife
cool.
doing in your classroom?
She's a teacher.
Oh, I thought you had a crush
Mr.
on your
Graves-
teacher's wife.
No, Mr. Graves and Mrs. Graves were both teachers at Central Elementary School.
wow.
I had her for 3rd grade, and I had him for 7th grade for history.
Wow, that's unusual to have 2 teachers that are married and have them both.
Right. And so what's really crazy too, remember in grade school, you'd have like a history teacher and a science teacher, I guess in high school too.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, in elementary school, they just, like when you were in 3rd grade, that teacher taught you everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. My 5th grade teacher scared me half to death, and my 2nd grade teacher, she was like 190 still teaching. She scared me half to death, and still to this day, I laugh when I talk with Connie. She's in my 2nd grade. She was one of those poor kids that was in front of the room having to read one of those SRA, and they make you go to the front of the room, and she peed right on the floor.
Oh my
And
God.
those are things you don't forget. When someone farts in class or does something, you just don't forget those things. But there are some teachers that I can't remember my 1st grade teacher's name right now, but you remember those teachers that really made like an impact. They were either really special, they treated you kindly and allowed you to excel, because I was too young to start school. I had one of those birthdays, September, that you could either wait a year or start. And my mom, I'm sure, couldn't wait to get the last one out of the house. So I started school way too young. And it took me a couple years to catch up. I remember it being so hard 1st and 2nd grade because I wasn't ready yet. My mom wasn't one of those that sat down and read to me every night and worked on my ABCs. I just had to naturally figure it out. And then I guess, 4th grade, I started figuring things out and understanding how to learn. And then school became pretty easy, but it could have been really rough. I could still be in 4th grade.
You know what? You say that. My mom wasn't one to sit down with me. You know what's crazy that just hit me and made me realize? I never even thought about this,
What?
though, but my dad was a school teacher. And he
You
never
just
really
thought of that?
No,
Oh,
but he
but
never really sat down and helped me with my schoolwork and did things, like to make. I mean, he made sure I did my homework, but
I
still.
don't think that was a thing back then. I think right now, how do kids even get to be kids is what I feel like right now. They're constantly, everybody wants their kid to be the next star, the best next sports person, or influencer or whatever it is, people are grooming their kids at such a young age to do everything. I think it's good to have your kids involved and be busy. I think it helps them, especially with the way things are right now in this world, to keep them active. But sometimes I think they're so pressured to take all languages and do all these things that they don't actually just get to be a kid,
Yeah.
and like we talked about the other day, coming home and watching the shows. It's like kids don't really get to come home. They come home, they got to do their homework, then they got to get off to practice, whatever it is that they're doing or, that they're involved with. And they don't really have their whole weekends are filled with going to games or, which I think could be
for
fun.
adulthood at the age of 3.
You're ready to go. But I think it's hard, and so parents are so busy grooming and doing everything for their kids. I mean, I I don't think our parents, they came home at 5 o'clock from work and it was dinner and they were watching Archie Bunker or whatever those shows were on the table. They weren't really. What did parents say? Go outside. Don't come back in until the street lights come on. They wanted you out of the way, out of the house. They wanted some time, so they weren't really thinking about what we had to do next to make sure we were.
Now that we're adults, we no one wanted us out of the house.
Oh wow! I don't know. Nobody wants to think their parents did that, but that's funny though. That I mean, parents are like, "Go play, get out of here, go play, go what's."
Look, Mom, I'm right behind the fogger machine for the mosquitoes. Good, honey, you have fun.
Yeah, don't just get as close as you can. Just be home before the street lights come on. But anyway, we do have a great show today, so we're mixing tales and cocktails today. We have Beverly Patterson and Lexi Boyle from the Cordial Canine, and I saw 2 beautiful dogs out there waiting to be on the show. So this is our first 2 dogs to be on the show, except for Olive, of course. We had Olive on our show a long time ago. So where good dogs become great companions. They're sharing how they train pups, but I think really it's how they train the humans, right? So that our dogs will be better dogs, build confidence. They talk about the scoop on pack walks, so we'll have to ask them about that. We're going to shake things up literally with Michaella Bolinao, and I apologize again if I've said that wrong, but she's from Oak Street Inn and Lounge. She's bringing us inside the inside port of the fall bar competition. I've never actually been to a competition before watching mixologists. There's a real skill to that.
That would be fun to watch, actually.
Yeah, to see what goes on. So
I'd be the taste tester.
Yeah, I'm definitely a taste tester. Original cocktails, high energy bartender showdowns to fall inspired flavors, and a grand prize that we're going to find out what that is as well. So
grand prize,
dogs and drinks, and all the city buzz here on In Your City Show. Okay, before our guests do come in, who doesn't love love? You can say whatever you want about Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce, but man, they're like, it's like the cheerleader and football player that hooked up, and they're absolutely adorable together. And his brother, what's his brother's name? Their show, New Heights.
Yes.
Have you actually watched it?
No.
Well, now I want to watch it, but they're so funny. I mean, their personalities are fantastic. Well, of course, he had Taylor Swift on, which I'm what the amount of viewership. I wonder if they broke YouTube or what streaming channels having her on. And I think that's the first podcast she's ever been on. She even said the F word.
I know.
Like,
she did.
I'm on a effing podcast. And she was so excited. And she goes, of course, my favorite. But go ahead and play it. And then I'll.
Such a nice color on you.
Yes, I know. It's the color of your eyes, sweetie. That's why we match so well.
So I wanted to show you something.
Okay. What do we got?
We got
a briefcase.
Yep.
Mint green with TS on it.
Yep.
What's in it?
This is my brand new album, The Life of a Showgirl.
So she actually gave away which aired today, the episode with Taylor Swift, but there's a lot of cute clips that are up on Instagram and that right now of them. And one of them, of course, his brother was giving her the ultimate introduction,
45-second long.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable. And she was so cute with it and the facial expressions. But I love that she actually came back and kind of gave a jab at, everybody, like, how many times they're going to show Taylor Swift during the Chiefs game? As many times as the Chiefs won, because the NFL made a lot of money off of. I mean, little kids are watching football now because of Taylor Swift. But she says during the show, I think we all know that if there's one thing the male sports fans want to see in their spaces is on their season is more of me, and kind of laughed. And so there was a lot of cute moments on the show with them, but But now we're going to take it from Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, who I think, you know what, I don't think you should be negative on it. I think it's a fun
Right.
seeing
Take
the
away the money, take
relationship.
away the celebrity,
Yeah.
and it's just a couple who's in love.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she's a billionaire, he's a millionaire. What more could you need in a relationship?
I don't know.
To go along with it. But look at the room right now. How much fun is this
I might
going
have to move
on?
this camera back just a little bit.
Okay, perfect. So we can make sure that we can see the fur babies. Welcome to the show. So with us right now, sorry, the camera's kind of bouncing around. Gordon's trying to move it back a little bit just so that we can make sure that we can get the precious pups that are in here with them. But right now we have Beverly Patterson right here and Lexi Boyle. They're the owners and trainers at Cordial Canine. You're also a partner with us. You are in our magazines, Clayton City Lifestyle. We just did a story on you as well that's in Clayton and Chesterfield talking about, your passion for animals. And according to Gordon, you told him that every dog is trainable, even our Olive, the bulldog, which there's my children's book. And
We
I
don't
can't
think she
believe
is.
that. It's her world. We just live in it.
Yeah.
She rules the house. She looks at us like we are. I mean, she literally does whatever she wants. I mean, she's very sweet. I mean, there's nothing like that. I mean, we take her to our book signings that I have and things, and she just loves kids, goes up to everyone, lays down in the middle of anything, and people are like, my gosh, she's such a good dog. I'm like, she's really good, but she is not trained.
Which is good for a bulldog, honestly, because they're like that. They're headstrong. They want to go and they want to do,
Yeah, we want. And she just, if like right now, she'd be
She's
pushing them out of the
headstrong, butt
way.
strong, body strong.
Yeah, get out
Like,
of the way. I'm the only one that matters. That's
what is
pretty
it?
much the attitude.
Sorry, hon, but what is it with bulldogs that they gotta turn around and then push their butt up to you?
They're just being pushy, and a lot of times, like, we think it's cute, especially as puppies, and we're like, oh, you want us to scratch your back end, and so we do. And then bulldogs, just being their genetics, are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bully my way through everything. And so they're like, oh, if I show you this end of me, you're gonna scratch it, and I like it, and I can't really reach it, so
It's like, I don't want the stinky part of you. And they're always pawing. I mean, I'll be sleepy, and all of a sudden I get this thing on the back of my head. It's like a turn around and rub me right now.
Pushy, like, hello, excuse me. And then because we love them so much, we tend to give in to that, right?
Oh my gosh, we give in everything.
Like, oh my gosh, and so that's why she's running your house.
We bought her a Barbie skateboard, and you say that you can teach her how to get on that. She just eats it.
Yeah.
If we bring a box in the house, she eats it. If he takes papers off the printer, and she has her jokes with both of us. So if he's in the shower, she runs towards the door because she wants to eat the shower or the water. But she doesn't do it to me.
Yeah.
If he takes paper off the printer, then she tries to grab and eat it, but not to me. If he walks in my office door, she goes to bite the door. It's just, she has all these crazy habits, and we're just like, what do we do? You're just crazy.
You're like, oh, just calm down. Well, and that's what we do, right? So see, sorry, he's a little long.
Oh no.
But that's what we do, right? We teach your dog, of course, like all of the obedience behavior, sits, downs, recalls, healing, all of those kinds of things. But we also show our clients how to build a better relationship with their dog, so that way their dog doesn't run their life. They're still, a very integral part of it, and you can include them in more things because we have a better management system, right? So you could bring her into a situation like this, and we can't expect her to do what Carver and Dean are doing, which is just kind of hang out, and so that's what we like to do, and we like to improve that relationship and that bond, so that way there's mutual respect there, and it's not just going one way.
Yeah. Can you teach a dog to not be aggressive? Like, it scares us when other dogs walk by because Olive may want to run up to it, and she looks ferocious, but that's always scary of dogs that are aggressive, and how you could tame that to not be fearful of when another dog walks by that they don't eat it.
Absolutely. And just like Bev was saying, that has a lot to do with us building a relationship with our dog.
Okay.
So a lot of it is about learning, one, to trust our dogs, but also teaching our dogs what the expectation is. And then by teaching them the expectation and the boundaries that we have for our dogs, that teaches our dogs to also trust us. Because a lot of times too, not all dogs love every dog that they meet. There are some dogs that
just like I don't like every people I meet.
Right?
Most
Exactly.
of them.
Right? So most dogs, you know, you get like the golden retriever or the lab that like loves everybody,
Right.
but like this guy, Dean, he's a border collie and he likes playing. And there's some dogs that he really likes to play with, like him and Carver get along great. But he doesn't love all dogs, and that's not because he's a bad dog. That's just because, just like you said, he just doesn't want to be best friends with everybody. And so we have to advocate for our dogs and let them know that when there's that dog walking down the street, we don't have to say hello to every dog.
Well, that's a good thought.
Right? We don't have to say hi, but we do have to tolerate walking past those other dogs.
And they also learn, I think, respect as well with each other, because I remember when we had Roxy, we thought Roxy was going to eat Louie. I was terrified. Louie's our little chocolate poodle.
Roxy was a yellow lab pit mix.
So smart, so sweet. But she also has, but
She'd
after
snarl.
a few days, and she realized,
lip would go up and her
Yeah.
teeth would show, and she'd be like, and then that happened with Louis for like what, maybe a week.
it was like they had to learn to respect one another, and this puppy's here to stay.
Yeah.
And then the same thing with Olive. Louis still there again, having another dog come in, and we were afraid Olive was going to eat Louis because of their mannerisms when they meet. But I guess they are animals, and they have their own way of getting to know one another. I mean, and like you said, sometimes it may not always work out okay. You may have to keep some dogs separated if they.
So that's an interesting question too. So when you're walking a dog and we're going down the sidewalk and here comes another dog and they're all on leashes, is it best to pull on the leash away or just let them kind of go towards the dog and figure it out on their own? Because your first thing is I need to pull you back because I don't trust my dog, even though she's never really done anything. So what's the best way to handle that?
So I personally wouldn't do either of those things. So I wouldn't necessarily pull the leash back immediately whenever I see another dog. The reason being is I'm alerting my dogs that there's a problem, right? They feel that tension in the leash. They feel us get uncomfortable. And so then that puts them on alert and they're like, what is it? And they want to look around and they want to figure it out. And that's what can a lot of times cause the reaction to other dogs. And then if we let them go and greet, right, then that dog may not be friendly, and there's also still tension on that leash. And when there's tension on the leash, dogs don't have another option to get away. They're put into a situation that maybe they're really uncomfortable with. And how do dogs communicate? They communicate by growling, showing their teeth, barking, biting, body language, all of those things. So what we do instead is, like, if we have our dogs, even if your dog is friendly, we remind our dogs to be in a heel position and we keep walking, right? We just we're walking. We're not interacting with other dogs right now. We don't know those dogs or those people. And it's not that we don't trust our dogs. It's that we maybe don't trust other dogs, right? And so when we teach management through obedience, like a solid heel, sits, downs, things like that, it's a lot easier to be in those situations because we can trust our dog that, they'll keep walking with us, and our dog can trust us not to put them in a situation that maybe they're really uncomfortable.
That's smart, because we see sometimes where we live, I think it's mandatory people has a dog or something like that.
All a dog.
But they will, you see them and they're pulling and their dogs are just jumping in the air and losing their mind. Then the more they're pulling, the more they're trying to get away from them to come at us. And it is bizarre. That is and they say it can make them more aggressive, pulling back. But then at the same time, people want to, look, and walk right up to you. And that's not good either, because like you said, your dog or, our dog may not like their dog and put us in a bad, situation. So I guess it could be polite to just say, we don't want to take any chance or opportunity for either of the dogs to get hurt. So we're going to just.
And just advocate for their space.
So what is a good technique for meet and greet for dogs?
Yeah. So do you want to take that one?
If you have to, you mean?
Right. That's right. Because we have friends come over and they have two little yappy dogs. And they're harmless, but they get right in your face and right to the dog.
And then it makes your dog maybe be aggressive back because they don't know.
Our dog's like, what's going on? It's in stereo. I got two of them going on.
So what do we do?
Yeah, absolutely. So as far as that, like if it's something like again, like friends, like people that you're gonna see. So what I always tell people is again, like Dean likes some dogs, but he doesn't love every dog. So he like if we're walking down the street, we just don't really say hi, like Bev was saying, to those random dogs that we see on the street because we may never see them again,
Right.
right? But for those people, like friends that have dogs that come over, family, so friends that come over, family that comes over, brings their dogs. Those are dogs that they're going to have to be around. So that's where having good management. So like, again, like these guys here, having skills like sits, downs, like you saw like the elevated climb beds that we use. Those are great tools to have so that when dogs come in, you can have them managed and controlled. So it's a much more controlled moment. That's the ideal situation is if you can have that control and management so that you guys can manage your dogs and hopefully those other people can manage their dogs too when they're bringing them in.
And that's why we need to bring Olive to you. we can control her.
And I would say if they are coming over, they are bringing their dogs, it would be wise to go ahead and leave the leashes on all of the dogs initially, right?
Good idea.
So that way, here we are, they're all going crazy, they're all being dogs, they're all doing in their minds something that's super, super fun, right? And so how do we remove them from that situation? A lot of people will go and grab a collar, or, just grab their dog anywhere. Well, we're yelling.
And once they pick it up, little dogs get worse because they're like, hey, mommy's got me now, I'm going to get you.
It causes all of this physical conflict. And so we're going to take the leashes, we're going to separate the dogs. Hey, let's go on a little walk, right? Or let's go outside in the backyard. You guys can run around, but we still have a way to manage them or remove them from a situation that maybe, we don't want them to be in without it being too much of a conflict for our dogs because that can elevate them also.
I heard, is it true that walking dogs, first of all, is good for behavior, but also if like, for instance, if we were going to be around the other dogs and they were going to come over a lot, that we would go for a walk together. Is that good bonding to take them on walks together?
Absolutely. That's something that we highly recommend is doing, especially being on like a neutral, like territory, if you will, because a lot of times our homes are our dogs' safe spaces, right? They're their homes too. And so a lot of dogs get protective or territorial of that space. So going somewhere like a park or again, even just like walking down the sidewalk or something like that can be much more neutral than being in your home or your friend's home. And those we do what we call pack walks.
Yeah, that was going to be one of the questions I would ask. What's a pack walk?
Yeah, so we do what we call pack walks, which is where we take like a group of dogs. And so we do it with the dogs that are in training with us, that are ready for that step. We take them in a big group. So we'll have, like anywhere between 5 and 8 dogs at a time.
Oh my
and
gosh.
we all just
That's
we
a
just
parade.
go on a walk. Yep. So it's a lot, but it's really good for the dogs because they're not playing with each other, they're not interacting with each other, but they are socializing with each other. It's just like humans. If you go to a restaurant by yourself, you're still in a social setting. You may not be having dinner with anybody, maybe go to dinner by yourself. You're still out, you're still in a social setting. It is still socializing in one way or another. So same thing with our dogs is they may not be playing with each other, but they are still socializing and being around each other. And that's a great way to develop social interactions. And even for dogs that maybe don't like other dogs, that's a great way for them to learn to be neutral. We can walk around other dogs and we know that we don't have to play with them and we still are okay. Things are fine. We don't have to worry about it. And so again, we can be neutral about it.
So first I want to know if someone's listening right now, and for us, what's one thing that someone listening could start right now, small thing, to improve their dog's behaviors, or something that would be, I know going for walks would definitely be one of them.
I think being consistent, right? So having in your mind so let's say it's involved around feeding, and a lot of people do this naturally, a lot of clients and potential clients will come in and they'll say, oh, they always wait for their food to be put down. They're so great at that, but they won't stay whenever I just ask them to sit. Well, a lot of times we naturally are just very, very consistent with, we go to put the food down, the dog moves, we pick the food up, right? So here's the reward and then the removal of a reward, right? And so that in and of itself is sort of like a punishment for the dog. The food goes away when you get up, right? And so now we just kind of teach through habit, through doing, and through being extremely consistent. You don't move until I put the food down and I tell you and I release you to come and eat your food. And you can apply that to a lot of things, right? Okay. You can apply that to a lot of things, just thinking about what you want their behavior to look like and not allowing the movement forward. There are dogs, maybe like Olive, they're a little bit more headstrong. And so that's where, coming to us for certain things would be beneficial because we can tell you how to really get in there and sort of manage all of those things that maybe we don't want her to do anymore.
Well, I wish we had like a whole hour or two with you.
Yeah.
You're going to have to come over to the house.
Okay.
So I see training is not a one-time fix. This is
Right.
something that not only do you teach the dogs, but teach the humans.
Mm-hmm.
You also, it's a consistency, like I said, to keep doing it. So if someone was interested in getting their furry friend trained, a furry baby, do you come to them? Do they go to you? And how does someone, start this process before we have to say goodbye?
Yeah, absolutely. So as far as training goes, so we have a couple of different options. Our most popular program is our day training program.
Okay.
And so that's essentially, it's like a daycare for your doggos. So it's drop off and pick up. We're open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. During the day, your dogs get rotated through training. So we work on everything that you guys are looking to achieve. And then that includes one human lesson per week with the families to show you guys how to implement that stuff at home. Because just like you were saying, it's important for them to be consistent, because if the dog does it for me all day while we're at training, but then they go home and they don't do any of those same things, it doesn't help. So we want to make sure that the humans are able to reinforce those behaviors at home too. So those human lessons are super, super important.
So they can go to cordialcanine.com, see everything that you have to offer,
Correct.
Get a hold of you.
Fill out a submission. We'll set up a free evaluation with them. They come in, we meet you, figure out your goals, see your dog, and say, hey, this is going to be the best option for you. We also do provide, we offer private lessons for those that, that's all they need, right? We think that that's going to work for them. Those are in store. And then we do the pack walks also.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Some major private
Yes.
lessons. So what I want to do is I want to get this set up with Olive, and then I want to do we have you guys come back in.
Sure.
And we will show video of Olive's training, her process.
And see if it really, and show that it really works, right?
You can say it, see if it really works, and I'll say it did.
It did. Beverly, Lexi, thank you so much. I'm going to send you home so you can read to your dogs, Oh Olive or Oh No, a Thunderstorm. That's my children's book. So you can read to the babies. Coming up next, Fall Bar Competition at Oak Street Inn and Lounge. We are going to be right back with more right here at the Lou Information Station, 24/7 streaming on louinfo.com and also in your city show. We'll be right back with more fun. right, we're back in your city show here, having a great time. We're going to talk about some cocktails and a competition that's coming up. But first, I want to tell you about St. Louis Closet Co. Jennifer Williams, a friend of ours. We're inspired by her every day, 30 years, over 30 years. I think she's going on 35 years of being in business, designing everything custom, everything local. Whatever it is, if it's a small pantry to a garage to a mudroom, whatever it might be in your home that is causing you chaos right now, it is totally unorganized. She can make a difference. They're building a gorgeous new display that you can go in and see with new colors. Check it out. Walk through. There's so many different ideas in there. And then, of course, if you have your own, they would love to know what that is and they can design that for you. The cool thing about it, when I say they can design for you, everything is locally manufactured. So if you get something built there, designed through St. Louis Closet Co., guess what? They're going to build it right on site. It's going to be done there, brought to you, installed, and you're going to love it. So definitely give St. Louis Closet Co. a call today. Ask for Jennifer. Meet one of her team. You won't be sorry. So here we are. We're back. We've got our next guest on the show, and it's such a cool week. Gordon and I were talking. We've never actually been to a we've had a lot of cocktails in our life,
Yes.
but we've actually never been to a cocktail competition. I love watching mixologists do their things. So welcome to the show, Michaella. Say your last name correctly. Bolinao. I did say it incorrectly, so I apologize for that. That seems to be something I do quite often. But you are representing Oak Street Inn and Lounge. We love we love the restaurant. We've had dinner there a few times. The food is excellent. Cocktails are perfect. The speakeasy, the new speakeasy lounge downstairs. We had our social hour there for our magazine right before you opened. And I mean, we all couldn't quit talking about it. It's just the vibe. I love that word, but it has its own unique vibe. Just like the schoolhouse, but the other places that they have, but love it. And so now, is this the second year you're doing this or the first year?
So this is our first year that we've ever
First
done it.
one. Okay.
Yes. So I really wanted to bring together just how beautiful the work is that bartenders do. I've been bartending for a long time, for at least a couple of years, where I've gotten to be able to be creative, and that's the most fun part. So I wanted to, bring the community together so everybody at the different bars could showcase their unique talents and bring it together and really showcase how amazing Cottleville is and how amazing the community is that we have that kind of stuff there.
And fall has such a rich, flavorful type feel. So then you pull that together with the competition. It's like I hope everything's not pumpkin spice. Please tell me that's not going to happen.
No, we're really excited. So we kind of set it up almost like Chopped, how like there is a basket of ingredients and then you have like a giant pantry full. So we have made different syrups and different juices for them to use. They'll definitely be pumpkin spice, but I also really like apple pie. I have a brown butter simple syrup that is amazing for fall.
I like pumpkin spice.
I do too. Just hope that everything, it's like all of a sudden fall comes out and it's pumpkin spice cereal and pumpkin spice donuts and
What is
pumpkin
in
spice
simple
muffins.
syrup?
In simple syrup, it's mostly sugar and water, but then depending on what you want the simple to taste like, it just depends. So for the brown butter simple syrup, it's browned butter, and then I take the fat separation out, and then you mix it with sugar and water. So you just have this savory, sweet
It's kind of
syrup.
good in an old fashioned.
It is going in one of my old fashions. Oh, you read my mind there.
So you were talking about how you're going to have like the show Chopped, where they're going to have ingredients and then they have to make their own concoction.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of it's a mixture of science and art and the whole works to be able to create and put something together like that.
Yes, it really does just show how many different parts are going on when you're making a cocktail. They'll get a certain spirit each round, and then that will have to be the highlight of that cocktail. So they can choose, any juices, any simple syrups, any flavors, but that cocktail spirit has to shine for that round.
Do they know ahead of time so it's a total surprise when they have to come up. So I guess they're probably doing their homework at home and trying to think, okay, if I get this, what would I do with that? And do they have to name it as well?
I don't think we decided that they had to name it, but definitely the creation itself is going to be fun and wild. They have a bunch of different like flavors to choose from. They can mix. So I'm excited to see what people come up with, truly.
How many bartenders will be allowed to compete and be in this? Is there a registration process? Where are those people coming from?
So we hand selected some restaurants and bars that are nearby that kind of either we've worked with them or we partnered with them before or they're close by. So we have Frankie Martin's that we invited. Of course, there's Joe's Pub underneath Menino's that we invited.
We were just doing karaoke there a few weeks ago.
It's such a fun place, honestly. But we invited 16 bars to participate. In the qualifiers, there are 14 slots. So there's 14 slots for them to sign up. And then we will pick 6 out of those for the finals.
So is there any, if someone's listening, can they register to be in the competition, or you would, right now it's letting people know about the competition to come watch?
Yes. So right now we're letting people know about it so they can come watch. So you can purchase tickets on Eventbrite. So you can kind of watch the action live. And that's something that's so unique, seeing a competition and being able to watch the art and the performance behind it is really unique. Plus there'll be a bar so you can purchase your own cocktails if you're feeling thirsty.
Is it going to be in the Oak Street upstairs at that bar or downstairs in the Speakeasy where the competition will take place?
The qualifiers will be in the Speakeasy on Sunday, August 31st.
Okay.
And that's open to the public. So you can come and you can watch their qualifiers. And they're actually making their own cocktails.
Okay.
So they can do whatever ingredients, whatever juices, and then we get to see their unique flair and they can do whatever they want there. We just kind of provide the tools and the space for them to showcase their, fantasticness.
And that'll be this week. And then where will the final competition?
At Public Schoolhouse.
At Public Schoolhouse.
They have that giant bar.
Lots of room there, which will be perfect.
Yes.
Now, what with the judging? Are they looking for showmanship? I mean, obviously taste, how it looks, the presentation, and showmanship. Is that part of it too? Their creativity of designing that
Tom
drink?
Cruise cocktail.
Remember that movie? That was great.
It's definitely awesome. But the focus is going to be flavor, creativity, use of the ingredients, and then interaction with the guests, because that's a big part of being a bartender. It's not just about how you make the drink, because if you ignore everybody while you're making a drink, nobody wants to come back and see you.
You know what? It's so true.
How many times does that happen?
Oh my god.
Not to me, never.
No, I mean, when you get to a bar and it's like the bartender, they're right in front of you. They see you.
Yeah.
And they're just walking back and forth.
It's like a power control.
It hurts my
I'm the only one, that's going to be able to get that drink, and you're going to have to wait till I'm ready for you. I mean, really, if you're a bartender, I mean, that's a time to be open. People are out because they want to have a good time, have fun. So, and I know they're not like that there, but get a shout out to Chelsea Shreves and I shouldn't say Shreves. Chelsea Sweden. She's been married for a while now.
Kelly's known her dad since high school.
Yeah, she's Shreves forever to me, but I know that she's sweet. Though they have done a fabulous job there in Cottleville with the public schoolhouse, opening, of course, Securus is their financial, but opening, rebuilding the Oak Street end and the Speakeasy underneath, and then of course next door they own the building, which I know that the Pink Willow leases that space. That's a fabulous. I love going there.
It's almost bad working right next to Pink Willow. Oh yeah, I go
cinnamon rolls and pancakes are to die for. But it's such a cool environment to go into Cottleville with all of these new experiences. And I think having this competition is going to be so much fun. And nothing's better than when you have something that brings community together. Really allows people to get to know one another, have fun, have a drink together, or a mocktail if they don't drink. True. So you'll offer mocktails for those that don't want the alcohol, right?
Yes, absolutely. We have quite a few mocktails, and then we're working on some beautiful mocktails for fall as well. I have a pumpkin spice cream soda coming, so we have your pumpkin spice.
Sounds delicious.
What
did you bring here?
So I brought us the Tiedemann. It is our espresso martini. But
God love you.
It is happy hour.
So I have it here, but then with the fall, we are adding the option to top your Tiedemann. So it's boozy whipped cream that you can add on top. And today I brought chai spice whipped cream.
Hi, that sounds amazing.
I love chai in the fall, honestly.
Tell me, what does the ticket include? We're purchasing a ticket. Is that to be there? Does it include anything?
So when you purchase a ticket for the bar competition, it's going to let you watch the competition up close. We have our sponsors that are Una Vida Tequila and Stone Ledge Distillery. They're taking care of tastings. They'll have swag giveaways. So we'll have door prizes that you can win as well. And then you can watch the action up
Sure.
and personal, which I want to go just to see it, but I have to go.
You have to be there. You're actually working and taking
I
care of it,
do.
right? And again, the date on this event is
It is September 3rd.
September 3rd.
My
Okay.
whipped cream is a little
That's
hard,
all right.
but the taste is good.
All right.
I've got to garnish it with my espresso beans. For
So if
health,
you're
wealth,
listening
and
on radio, of
happiness.
course, you're missing out on the beauty of it. But if you're on luinfo.com, of course, you're seeing it all take place right in front of you. It looks like
We got olive.
olive right in there in the picture. Okay, this is going to leave some whipped cream on my upper lip or something. Cheers. The white lipstick on. Wow, that's amazing. Oh my goodness gracious, that's right up his alley. He's that chick when we go to a bar. I'm looking at him. He's like, I'll take a chocolate martini or an espresso
I
martini.
do all the time.
And I'm like,
There's no shame in it. It's a good drink. It's a fantastic.
except for me making fun of him, right?
That is incredible.
Yeah, you've got the white lip going on
Just the
too.
espresso martini.
Yep, the espresso martini and
Go
then
ahead
the
and use
cold
your
foam
finger.
on top.
There you go.
So the espresso martini is just a fresh fruit espresso,
Mhm.
and then we use Belvedere in that with a house-made simple syrup and Kahlua, of course. And then the cold foam on top has alcohol in it too. So it's got gooey butter rum, liquor 43.
Gooey butter rum.
That's actually made locally in St. Louis.
Wow.
I love to support local. Anything locally made or family owned, I definitely want to put it behind the bar. That's one thing that I really like about the sponsor for the bar competition.
Mhm.
Stone Ledge,
Yes.
they make everything locally.
Mark Sutherland, one of our buddies.
Yeah, I
He
love
is
that.
a very good friend.
Great products too. And I love how I think the Stolock is what it is. Their
Yes.
Stolock whiskeys
So like, what's the?
are
We have it
made-
sitting right there.
There it is.
Bottle number 190.
I actually have batch one, bottle
You do.
100.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool.
It's not open.
So
Mark,
we won't open
keep-
that one. We keep that one here if anyone wants to try it. But
It's
that one is,
fantastic. I love
and the
that.
fact that we have alcohol still in the bottle.
With this crew, with the radio station.
Yeah,
But you know what? They're sweetaholics. It's all our candy's always
the
gone.
chocolate that's gone.
Yeah, that's usually what goes first is candy. Everyone loves chocolate.
So we're gonna ask you a few rapid fire questions. What's your favorite fall flavor?
Apple pie.
Apple pie. Gordon, what's yours?
Fall flavor?
Maple, pumpkin, or apple?
Oh, pumpkin.
Okay. Best garnish: citrus twist, flaming roseberry, or edible flower?
Edible flower.
Do you like tequila, gin, or whiskey?
All of them.
Tequila makes your clothes fall off. Sweet, sour, or smoky? Which one wins your taste buds?
Smoky.
Smoky.
You could invite one celebrity bartender to compete. Who would that be behind the bar?
Oh gosh, that's a hard question. I don't think I even know any of their names. I watch them all, and I'm just like, ooh.
Give us that.
Gosh. Wow, how do I not know any bartenders? It's like when someone asks your favorite movie and you don't know any.
Well, not a bartender.
Oh,
Just a
celebrity?
celebrity to be your bartender.
Oh,
Remember when they used to have celebrity bartenders that would come to events, and that
Yeah.
went away because too many of them were getting drunk and driving home like
Oh,
literally.
they were probably
Yeah.
messing up the drinks.
I 100% pick Tom Hanks because I'm pretty sure he went behind the bar, asked people what they wanted, and then just poured them tequila.
That would be your favorite.
But go ahead.
I would want Thor to make my drink,
Wow.
or Bradley Cooper.
Ooh.
That'd be fun. Who would
Good
your
choices.
celebrity bartender be,
Oh,
Gordon?
of course, it would be from Modern Family. What's her name?
Sofia Vergara.
Yes.
I don't even know. Oh,
Gloria.
Gloria. She screams and yells, and she's always shaking it.
Yeah.
Always
Never
shaking
shaking the cup.
Shaking
Oh,
the
she'd
drink
be
and-
shifting that cup before and be like, I'll take another one. Just
I'll
keep
take
them
whatever
coming.
you're
Just
making.
keep shaking. I'll take another. I'll
Yeah.
finish that one.
Take whatever you're making.
Right here.
I love it.
So anything else fun going on for us to know about there at Speakeasy, Oak Street Inn, or of course the Schoolhouse Pub?
Yeah, so they have at Public Schoolhouse, they have their autumn feast coming up.
I saw that on Instagram.
It's always so
That is like my dream. Like I wanted to have a long table in the middle of Main Street that was like 200 people long, and
That
we'd
would be
all
so
be
cool.
eating together. And I mean, it'd be a big undertaking. And when I saw these gorgeous tables being set up, you actually set it up, I guess, to be able to showcase how this
Yes.
is going to look. Okay, you've got to go to, I think it was the schoolhouse, public schoolhouse, their Instagram, check out the video of this autumn fall dinner, right?
Mhm.
So you tell me you buy a ticket to be able to be at the table.
Yeah, so it's a coursed meal, and
I want to go. It looks so beautiful. I mean, I think there's nothing gathering at a long table and talking, and especially meeting people. Like our
I
wedding, we
love
had a
building
table of
community
50,
like that.
and it was this gorgeous table like that. And that's what I wanted. And to have, you've got it inside, outside,
Mhm.
lovely.
Yeah, public schoolhouse is a gorgeous venue. I worked there first before I started at Oak Street Inn and Lounge. And then when I got married, I had my bridal shower there. And
Oh.
then I got married on the rooftop at Oak Street.
Oh my gosh,
It
how
was
wonderful is
gorgeous
that?
at
Oh,
sunset.
wow. Well, there are a few more other events. We're getting down to where we're going to be ending this show. So, Michaella, thank you so much for coming in, talking about the fall bar competition, which all of a sudden I set that down now. It's the Oak Street
There's
Inn
the
and
table.
Lounge.
I found it. Got
Isn't
it up
that
there.
beautiful? Great
Yeah.
job. How amazing would that be to sit at that? So they can obviously go onto the website and see
Yep.
about getting tickets
Yes.
for that event. So you have the fall bar competition coming up. Again, the preliminaries, or you called
The
it,
qualifiers are
qualifiers.
August 31st
at the
at the
speakeasy.
Speakeasy. Yep.
And then moving on from there for the final.
Yep. The 6 finals will be at Public Schoolhouse on that following Wednesday.
And the website to go to be able to get information for everything.
Definitely our Facebook. Facebook kind of has it's almost
Keeps
like
it
our
up to date?
go-to. Yes.
Okay,
So
perfect.
you'll have links to everything on there as well.
Awesome. Well, some other things, Row and Glow, which is actually tonight at 7:30 at Bromslick Park. It's a magical eating, a paddle boarding under the lights out onto the water. So that would be really fun. There's Community Day at the historic Daniel Boone home. That's on Thursday. That's at 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So most of the day, a family focused event with historical exhibits, hands-on activities, and opportunities to learn local heritage. Beale Street Concert Series is tonight, starting at 6 o'clock, Streets of St. Charles.
Hollywood 5 will be there.
Cool, very cool. And then the St. Charles Municipal Band Concert is on Thursday, August 14th at Frontier Park. You can enjoy that. There's a lunchtime live through Friday. So actually it was today, but it'll be in the old post office plaza downtown, live music, food trucks, midday energy. So lunchtime downtown. So you missed today, you still have Thursday and Friday that you can be a part of. And then there's storytelling in the museum. So in the Forest Park, which is going on for kids and family, you can take advantage of that. Summer wildlife walking tour, Bell Fountain Cemetery. That's a different one and unique.
Yeah, walking tour through the cemetery.
Just don't bring anything home with you. Movie night, Pirates of the Caribbean is Thursday at the Hub STL at the District. So some fun things going on. If before, of course, the bar competition takes place. Anything that I missed out? I think, is there something else that you had that was on your list to talk about?
No, you had that. Don't forget that Marshall Tucker, the Marshall Tucker band will be August 17th, and that'll be at the District. And then also, don't forget about Rod Stewart. One last time, if you haven't seen Rod Stewart, this is your last chance with Cheap Trick. We'll open up for them.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Well, lots of fun things going on. We so enjoyed you spending some time with us here on the In Your City show. If you want to get your hands on one of the Oh Olive children's book, you can go to oholivethebulldog.com. We were talking about that with Cordial Canine. That's OH Olive. So oholivethebulldog.com and pick up your own children's book, or maybe a plushie. There's only a few left. There was a limited edition of those, and I think I only have 5 actually left out of the huge batch that came in. But who knows what'll come out with the second book that'll be here this fall. So thank you so much, Michaella, for being with us. Coming up on our next show, which you'll be able to have some fun, we've got Kelly Reese, and then we also are going to be speaking to Bruce Corville, who is a big children's books writer. So our next show, you'll meet them, which will be awesome. So until our next show, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, definitely, right? We've got a drink to actually cheers with tonight.